Big Gretchen Whitmer out of Michigan. We've talked about her a lot. Somebody who's been very aggressive with her COVID lockdown protocols, and we've had some opportunity to kind of poke fun at her over the last year or so. Well, over the weekend, she was busted violating her own COVID orders. Don't you hate that? Well, we're going to talk about it. I know. Let's get into it. This comes over from Breitbart. Gretchen Whitmer apologizes. Okay, listen. Any one of these people, if they want to apologize and a little bit of a mea culpa, we'll take it. She says she admits she made a mistake in violating the coronavirus orders at an East Lansing bar. This was published over by Kyle Olson at Breitbart, May 23rd, yesterday. Breitbart News obtained a photo of Whitmer and her appointed chief operations officer, Tricia Foster, among a group of 13 people. Very important number, 13. Dive bar in a college town on Saturday. Whitmer's office refused to acknowledge to Breitbart News, but released a statement to Eric Lloyd of 9 and 10 News. And let's take a quick look at what the law says first before we get into this. Here's the law. She wrote here, gatherings are prohibited at food service establishments, whether indoor or outdoor, unless, so gatherings at restaurants, they're not allowed. They are prohibited. You cannot eat at a restaurant unless food and beverages is only permitted in designated dining areas where patrons are seated. Groups of patrons are separated by at least 6 feet. Okay, got some guidelines, 6 feet. And no more than 6 patrons are seated together. So we got a 6 and 6 rule. 6 feet, 6 people max at a table, booth, or a group of fixed seats. Groups of patrons do not intermingle. And I'm curious, I don't know what that intermingle means. I mean, I know what intermingle means. I don't know what they think intermingle means. But let's count this. We got 6 people, 6 feet of distance at a dining facility. Oh no. We see some violations here. Let's count them. We've got 1 here. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This must be the CFO over here. 6. We got 7 over here. Big Gretchen is here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh no, 13 people. Oh my gosh, there's 13 people here. Let's do a distance measure. Oh no, right here. What do we say this is? If we're going to measure this, probably like, I don't know, 18 inches maybe, which is definitely not 6 feet. We're gonna measure that at 18 inches. I would guess that. And that might even actually be closer. Definitely not 6 feet. This one looks a little bit far here. Maybe we've got some distance here. We're going to calculate that. Gosh, I mean, even that's like 2 feet, maybe on a good day, 2 feet, probably. All of these other ones, folks, it's not even worth measuring. You know, this one, I mean, we're talking like inches, a matter of inches between this lady and this guy. I think they're touching right here. I mean, first of all, somebody should be arrested, I think, for this pair. Probably are in violation. You know, look, we know what the legal limit is in Michigan. It's 6. This is over double the legal limit, okay? Twice the legal limit. We hear about this in DUIs all the time. Every time a prosecutor comes out and they say, oh my gosh, he was almost twice the legal limit. It's like this big, dramatic catastrophe. Over double the legal limit right here. We have 13 people. Legal limit is 6. Well, it's a travesty of justice. Let's see what happens. We have Governor Whitmer. She released a statement. Throughout the pandemic, she says, I've been committed to following public health protocols. Yesterday, I went with friends to a local restaurant. As more people arrived, the tables were pushed together. Because we were all vaccinated, we didn't stop to think about it. In retrospect, I should have thought about it. I'm human. I made a mistake, and I apologize. Well, Big Gretch, apology accepted. Now, are you going to end your stupid orders now? Are you going to do that now? Let's see. She gave her statement. The group shot of the 13 individuals appeared to violate the restaurant capacity order. Now, this is not an old order, okay? This was issued on May 15th. Gathering limitations. We already read the rules. 6x6 rule. Clear violation. Last week, according to Tori Sachs, which is an organization called the Michigan Freedom Fund, she said last week, Whitmer refused to immediately end her ridiculous restrictions, like a maximum of 6 patrons per table for indoor dining. Last week, she wouldn't refuse it. So, okay. Now, Whitmer has once again completely disregarded her own rules. Whitmer orders rules she and her staff don't follow themselves, while Michiganders and businesses suffer. She must end her restrictions immediately. So now that we know what look, we're all human. We all make mistakes, right? Not all of us are the governor. Not all of us have to, live and set examples for everybody else. So she's sort of held to a higher standard, but we still sort of, give people the ability to make a mistake and own it, as long as they sort of correct their mistake. We want people to sort of move in the right direction. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. I talk about this all the time. People come in, they're good people. They made a little bit of a mistake, no problem. We're going to help you get back on track. So what would we be expecting from Governor Whitmer? To end the stupid rule. She put it in place. Can she end it? Is she going to do that? Michigan Freedom Fund called on Whitmer to immediately lift all orders this week. A recommendation the governor ignored. Oh, there you go. So nothing. So nothing. So she violates it and nothing. So apology rejected. How about that? I accepted it and I rejected it. Back your direction. Let's take a look at Liberty or Death. Says Whitmer should start a show, Governors Gone Wild, starring her, Newsom, and Cuomo. She was on Girls Gone Wild when she was younger, so she has the experience. Is that true? Is that a fact? No kidding. Wow. Okay. I don't want to watch that show, Liberty. I don't want anything to do with that. I think that's an awful idea. I love you, but that should be canceled. I would cancel Girls Gone Wild starring Newsom and Cuomo. Oh gosh. And now that I really think about it, yeah, that's horrendous. Leafy Bug says those rules only apply to the little people. Yeah, they do. When you're governor, you get a different set of rules. You can do whatever you want, like take trips and fly all over the place and have other people pay for them. We have our last question coming from Seen and Unseen. Says it's not surprising our Governor Whitmer did that, considering her recent trip to Florida during a Michigan travel ban was a chartered flight that was paid for by a nonprofit. It's so ridiculous. I have so much disdain for these people who just tell all of us how to live our lives and then go and do the exact opposite. Just go do whatever they want. Then they get on the media and they tell us all, you losers have to go get this and you have to go do this and you have to go do this because you're so dumb. And since you're so dumb, we're going to pass all these rules because we're smarter than you and we're in positions of power. And we get to tell you how to live your life. But we're not going to follow those same rules because those are just for you sheep people. And we're just going to continue to live like wolves that are mauling America at every turn. So that is sounds exactly right. Like a lot of our elected officials. So she's just right on par. That was Governor Whitmer. And of course, all of those questions came over from watchingthewatchers.locals.com. We had some awesome new people sign up over the weekend. We have Deeds13 is now in the house. We got Dot Queen. Welcome to you. We have FL Teacher, Florida Teacher. We have 13 SPD Damon is in the house, and we have Social Q. Super excited. Welcome, everybody. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up. We've got a June 12th event, and then we have another event, I think, at the end of June, which is going to be our next monthly meetup. So you're all going to be joining us, I hope. And a lot of great questions came over from NY Renal MD, Pinky 2, Liberty, and others. Funny show today. Thanks for the great comments. And if you want to ask comments, you can do so by going over to watchingthewatchers.locals.com. Download a copy of my free book. Download the slides that we went through today. You can also take a look at the impeachment party documents. If you want to impeach anybody, you can download my existence systems template, which is available if you are a Locals supporter as well. You can share links throughout the day and connect with some great people. We have another monthly meetup. So I told you at the beginning of the show that we did this one. So May 22 is in the can. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate everybody who signed up and was there. We had about 35 people at one point, and it was just a lot of fun. Very, very, very good time. So thank you for that. Next one's coming up on June 26th. We also have law enforcement interaction training coming up on June 12th. That's going to be at 12 noon Eastern time, which is going to be 9 a.m. Arizona time. We're going to talk about dealing with the police. So I'm still working on my final presentation, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I want to also tell you about a third channel that I just started last night. It's ridiculous. We're talking crypto, folks. I mentioned on my on a previous show that I was very interested in cryptography and cryptocurrencies. If you've been on this channel for some time, you know that we talked about Balaji Srinivasan. We've talked about decentralization. We've talked about sort of these freedom concepts that I think are going to be built into technology if you can fathom that. Very interesting space. And we're looking at charts that look like this. I want to show you something that we are talking about on channel number 2. This is what it's called Trading View. And I have not made a video about this yet specifically, but I want to show you something that happened today. So very briefly, of course, if you are not interested in cryptos at all, you can bail on out of here. But these are 8 different coins that I just have here on Trading View that we can see. We have Bitcoin up here. We have Ethereum over here, which is a sort of the second biggest coin in the market. We have what's called ADA, which is Cardano, which is the proof of stake coin that a lot of people are interested in. We heard that Elon Musk was very unhappy with Bitcoin because of its power consumption. And so Cardano has been sort of a different technology that's based on proof of stake, not proof of work like Bitcoin is. We have Solana, which is another interesting coin that I'm keeping an eye on. Internet Computer Protocol, very interesting coin. This coin is going to be something that is intending to replace the entire internet. It's called Internet Computer Protocol. Very interesting coin. You can see that this is actually working its way back up. Was pretty low this afternoon. We have Dogecoin. We've all seen a lot of that in the news. Elon Musk was talking about this coin on Saturday Night Live. Shiba Inu is another sort of knockoff of Dogecoin. You can see this is selling right now for like 0.000010 of a dollar. Very, very inexpensive. Litecoin, been around for a long time, kind of a boring coin, but something that's kind of a staple, one of the earliest coins. And if you'll notice, when we go over here to Bitcoin, what happened here today? What is this really big spike? What happened here? You notice that right at about 1946, something happened. There was a big spike. Bitcoin went up from about 37,000 per coin, all the way up to about 39,000 per coin. So it jumped up about $2,000 in value. And you'll notice that same spike appeared over here in the Ethereum markets. See this major jump right here. We also saw it in the Cardano markets. Big, big spike. Less so, a little bit longer here. What about Doge? Let's take a look at, oh, look at that spike. Big, big Doge spike. So what was that? It was Elon Musk. He tweeted that they're going to be focusing on Bitcoin. They're going to be focusing on a council that's going to be working with all the different miners from around the country to reduce energy consumption, which led a lot of people to think maybe that means Elon's coming back to Bitcoin. Now, I don't like the idea that one person can shift the entire market. This is a scary thing. I don't like that idea that one person can tweet and the entire market shifts, because here it went up. But what happens when it goes down? And we've seen that historically. We saw a really big dip previously. Historically, May has actually been a rough month for the cryptos, but they're working their ways back up. Anyways, very, very fascinating stuff. If you want to check that out, I have a second channel that is linked down below. It's actually a third channel at this point in time because YouTube is not nice to us on this channel. So we're diversifying a little bit, and we're going to create content on other channels. And if you're interested in this stuff, I would ask you to come and join us along. Keep in mind, I'm still learning a lot, and so I'm going to flub some stuff here and there. I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm counting on all of you to correct me, and we can learn together as this space continues to evolve. Very interesting space, a lot of very cool stuff going on, and so I'm going to be talking about it. It is down in the description below if you want to check that out. Otherwise, my friends, that is it from me. Before we wrap up, one final reminder that I am a criminal defense attorney here at the R&R Law Group, and that means we help people who are facing criminal charges. We love it. We're very good at it. We offer free case evaluations. We have a mission here to help good people find safety, clarity, and hope in their cases and in their lives. And so if you happen to know anybody in the state of Arizona who is facing a criminal charge, whether it's a DUI, a drug offense, a misdemeanor, a felony, anything and everything in between, we can help. We can even help clear up old cases. So we can quash old warrants, get your driver's license back, help you restore your rights so you can vote again, so that you can go apply for federal benefits, possess a firearm. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do to clear that stuff up and help nudge you on the right path again. So if you want to speak with somebody from our team, we offer free case evaluations. We have an awesome group of people here. We're very passionate about what we do. And so it would mean the world to us if you trusted us enough to send your referrals our way. We'll take very good care of them. We'll make sure they leave our office better than they found us. And that is it, my friends. Thank you for indulging me and all of those little outro projects. I'm really excited about all of them, and I appreciate the support along the way. We are going to be back here same time tomorrow, same place, and I hope to see you here. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Arizona, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. on the East Coast. For that one Florida man out there, everybody have a tremendous evening. Have a nice hearty meal. If you haven't eaten already, sleep very well, because we're going to be ready to go tomorrow. I'll see you here. Bye-bye.